I did want to just say, too, before I introduce the next two women on the panel, that Olivia Chow, the NDP Member of Parliament, is trying her best to get here this evening. So if we do see her come through the door, I promise Steve that I won't make a trumpet blast with my mouth, but I can't promise anything. And we also have a number of special guests in the audience as well who will come to towards the end of this panel discussion. And I wanted to remind folks too that there's no reason why you should leave this fine establishment at the end of tonight's proceedings. We are actually going to be hearing some music, some great acoustic music from, his name's going out of my head. This is Picture. So please stick around at the end of the night. It should be around 9:30 or so. Thank you very much. Now, it's not every day that you get to introduce two women with these bios. And I have to say that as fine and esteemed as the gentlemen on this panel are, I don't think they can come close to Raimi the Minx and Sass. So I don't know how many people are familiar with their work. Raimi actually describes herself. She starts off her bio with which I love. It's like that's kind of how I introduce myself.
G-chat speak. That's supposed to be edited out.
Oh, okay. Raimi Loren, do you say that?
Yeah, my real name is Loren White.
Loren White.
Thanks to the internet and making your online persona, I came up with Raimi.
Very nice, Raimi Loren White, blogger for almost a decade, since 2000. General renegade, big mouth, frequent pop culture media event attender. So I'm loving it, but I can't even say it. Very Toronto-centric, yet also international, and she's won numerous awards. It's Raimi the Minx. And sitting beside her is Sass. They sort of come as a team. Do you work often as a team?
Yeah, Raimi likes to call me her protege.
Oh, you're not supposed to know that when I say that.
Sass,
I started growing out my hair so I could look just like her.
Okay, it's getting scary now. Okay, good. Sass is 23 years old. Her birthday's in November. She says that she believes in saying that she's a Scorpio. Yeah. She really only believes in there's 12 types of people, all determined by their star sign. So there's only 12 types of people in the world. Born in Hong Kong and raised both in Hong Kong and in Vancouver, although they are essentially the same place.
Yeah.
Educated at private British school until the age of 16, at which point fled to Toronto to attend and graduate from the University of Toronto. So, if you haven't caught on, Sass is ethnically Chinese and culturally confused. Sass from Zucket.com, thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So, I wanted to start by asking you, with the issue of net neutrality within the pop culture audience, how furious is the conversation on that level?
Not.
It's, we didn't even know about this until Tenley emailed me about it. And we were actually going to allow everyone to have like a drink break before we do this, maybe?
We don't care if we get up and grab a drink.
Just,
I would go and get one.
No biggie. But,
no, it's interesting to me, though, that you hadn't heard of it. And I just wonder, within that sort of the pop culture conversation that's going on, why you would think that the demographic that is listening to you and listening to you in droves, actually reading your blogs like crazy, haven't heard of the issue of net neutrality.
Because I feel like it needs to be dumbed down a little bit and loved up. And I needed, it was explained to me over numerous emails and G-chat, and like I'm still kind of like, okay, I get it, but it needs to be punchier and flashier. So this is new, and apparently it may not be happening yet. Fingers crossed, but I feel like, not to be mean, but like people will view it as like a nerdy thing, right? Like the nerds will take care of it. Who cares? So people
Folks
like us,
Steve.
Yeah, because once we were invited by Tenley, I was like, shit, I gotta get Steve on the phone so he can actually explain this to me, so I don't sound like a dumb when I'm up here if I'm not actually talking to what you're referring to. So between the two of us, we really needed to wrap our heads around it because being such avid internet users, we weren't aware of the subject, let alone.
We just know exactly how we would be affected by it, and we were like, we can talk for 3 hours about that. And
do you want to talk for a couple of minutes about that?
Yeah,
okay.
totally.
Okay, well.
Yeah, what's this about? Go on, Raimi.
Okay, so I started blogging when I was 17. I'm 26 now. And if this two-tier thing was happening when I was 17, I don't think I would approach blogging how I did then. And I'm concerned about the 17-year-old in today's society, wanting to just become famous or be a writer, or, they can't act or sing or whatever. And the internet is basically, they're in their back pocket. It's their friend, and it's very important that it be accessible for them to whatever they want, make art, blog, make friends. And so I saw the potential for success for myself. They say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. I'm cruising on almost 10 now, so really, it hasn't always been easy. Some months are, I can make a living off it significantly, while others it's hard. I gotta do other shit. But that being said, I feel like if someone has this border or this gateway in their way, they can't, be a Raimi the Minx or a Zuckit or whoever. And that's why we need to raise more awareness about this and make it people, user-friendly, layman's terms, all that junk.
Yeah, so we were saying how when we approach a subject, we really wanted to attack it from the point of how we would be affected, and we can go on, because this is our livelihood. Like, I don't know what I would do without my blog. Be like, shit, what do I do in my life? So it affects us on multiple levels. I mean, first, as a consumer, we're both young, making our own living, so if it is a duopoly, as Rocky has said, we don't want to be on the phone with the Rogers guy being like, hey, can you cut me a deal? Like, we want to be able to publish our blogs and provide you with the content that we do. That's video, photos, daily writing, tweets, and it's constant. It's like crack. I mean, I'm on my BlackBerry tweeting this, but you need to be able to access that internet at an affordable price point, without barriers to access and without restrictions, regulations, or censorship on our content. So the net needs to remain neutral so that we can do what we want to do.
Right on.
Yes.
Sounds like you're getting the handle on it just fine.